To become successful at whatever you do, it's important you understand certain things about yourself. This understanding of how your mind works and how it interacts with other people will help you to figure out what you want to do with your life, how you can achieve the goals you've set for yourself, and the steps you would need to take to reach your desired destination. A lack of understanding could easily result in feeling lost and result in you constantly comparing yourself to other people, which only causes you to be easily swayed by the decisions of others. Two humans are not the same, so no matter how hard you think about it, it's simply unfair to compare yourself with someone who has different goals, had a different upbringing, and has different opportunities. There's only one of you, your original self, and here are 15 things you need to learn about yourself to tap into this originality. Number 1. Know what makes you happy. Knowing what makes you happy as a person is one of the first steps to building a happy life. And as you probably already guessed, I'm not talking about things that offer you a temporary dose of happiness, such as buying the latest Nike sneakers, going shopping, or making thousands of dollars from a single deal. Happiness is found in the simple yet important things of life. Do you enjoy helping people? Or you've always wanted to be a mother? Or does traveling fill you with unexplainable feelings of joy? Or is it being in love? Whatever it is for you, understanding what makes you happy will prevent you from wandering around life searching for happiness in all the wrong places. Number 2, just as important, is knowing what makes you sad. Knowing what makes you sad is equally as important as knowing what makes you happy. This understanding will help you to navigate the triggers that could lead to severe bouts of depression. I mean, you wouldn't be sad all the time if you knew what was making you sad and avoided it at every opportunity. However, remember that sadness is an important emotion, and how you process this emotion matters even more. Number 3, know your core values. Did you know that your core values define who you are? These values are what you stand for. They are things that you believe in and the things that determine how you see the world and deal with other people. Every decision you've ever made boils down to what your values are. Are you a sucker for honesty? Or are you a pacifist who never understands why humans go to wars or engage in pointless fights? Or maybe you believe that trust is the backbone of every relationship. Whatever your values are, it determines the type of friend you make, the type of parties you attend, and of course, how you react to situations. Number 4, how your body responds to stress. What do you find yourself doing after a stressful day? Do you crawl into bed and sleep, or do you put on the TV and enjoy a relaxing show? Knowing how your body handles stress is important for various reasons. First of all, you'll be able to identify stressful conditions and then discover smarter or healthier ways you can deal with that stress. Also, understanding these healthier coping mechanisms will help you to remain calm in stressful situations. On the flip side, you might also be responding to stress in unhealthy ways. Stress eating, binge-watching TV shows, procrastinating, and self-criticism are some of the ways the human body can cope with stress in an undesirable manner. If you find yourself caught in any of these loops, be sure to crawl your way out as quickly as possible. Number 5, what your goals are. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Do you think you're working towards something bigger? Having goals helps to tilt our lives in the right direction. It helps us to understand why we work at the dead-end job or why we save 20% of our earnings every month. It explains why we spend years in college or in a foreign country trying to learn a language or new skill. Almost everything we do is targeted toward achieving a goal or a wild dream, and knowing these goals at an early age motivates you to push through all of your challenges and obstacles. Number 6, know what motivates you. Why do you get out of bed every morning even though you really want to sleep in? Why do you push yourself even after failing over and over again? We all get motivation from different factors, which ranges from the fear of poverty to the love of a comfortable life. Knowing what drives you will keep you going on days when your dreams feel so distant. It'll motivate you to try again even when life feels gloomy and uninteresting. But if you have no idea what motivates you, even a minor inconvenience is enough to push you to give up on your dreams. Number 7, know your medical conditions. Now here's one that involves your personal health and perhaps could determine how long you live. It's becoming more important to pay attention to your health. More and more people discover they have critical medical conditions later in their lives, and they have to suffer through extensive and painful treatment procedures while also paying off exorbitant hospital bills. No matter how small or inconsequential a medical condition may be at first, it's always the best idea to ask your doctor about it. Furthermore, it's never too late to ask your family members about your own family's medical history. If there's a hereditary condition that's affected the generations before you, knowing as early as possible gives you a better shot at fighting back. Also, practice some good health habits like going for a walk every day. It just may make all the difference in a few years' time. Number 8, know the kind of environment that you thrive in. Humans can be likened to plants. We all thrive in different kinds of environments. And while some plants will grow well in certain kinds of environments, other plants would dry up and die in the same place. But take that dead plant to a different environment and just watch it bloom and thrive. We aren't made to thrive in every kind of environment, and being at the wrong place at the right time might just be the reason behind your stagnancy. Change your environment and you'll see just how productive you could become in no time. However, aside from the evident difference between humans and plants, there's also a slight difference in how we relate to our environments. While plants can't decide how an environment treats them, humans can control an environment to work in their favor. There are always two choices available to us as humans. We can either improve the state of our current environment to properly fit our goals, or move away entirely from this stagnant environment to a place where our skills are properly appreciated. Number 9, know your strength. What are you good at? What's the one thing you believe you can do better than everyone else? Being good at something everyone else struggles with is a huge win, and it remains one of the best ways to find your passion. But spoiler alert, being talented is never enough. You have to hone your strengths and develop them into world-class skills. And if you're still confused as to what your strengths are, ask the people closest to you. Number 10, know your weaknesses. Reality check, sir, you're not perfect. And while we sometimes hate to admit it, there are a bunch of things that we suck at. And it's fine, okay? Having flaws is essentially part of being a human. Sometimes we scold ourselves too hard because of our weaknesses, but learning to love yourself in spite of your weakness is what makes you perfect, and it's the best way to accept yourself. Number 11. Who do you want to spend your life with? We can't all go through life alone. Eventually, it'll become dull, lonely, and kinda dark. This is why we need our friends, coworkers, colleagues, and family members, but most importantly, it's why we need a partner. Choosing to spend your life with a certain person isn't a trivial decision. It's a decision reflective of your core values, goals, and lifelong aspirations. Why would you choose to be with someone whose ideals don't align with yours, or someone who you just can't get to agree? But consequently, this means that to know who you want to spend the rest of your life with, you have to know yourself completely. Number 12, know your personality type. Have you ever heard of a Myers-Briggs personality test? This test has helped millions of individuals around the world understand their personalities better. Just by asking the right questions, this test shows you that your personality is much more complex than the distinct categories of introvert and extrovert. It also helps you to understand why we humans react in different ways, or why you just can't catch a break in certain situations. And most importantly, it allows you to be your authentic self without worrying about what other people think. Number 13, know your friends. Whether you admit it or not, your friends are a close reflection of the type of person you are. Take a close look at your friend circle. Do you notice similarities in your lifestyle and long-term goals? You don't? This sounds like a great time to take a walk and find some friends whose goals and aspirations are aligned with yours. However, if you like what you're seeing regarding your friendship circle, it could help you to achieve your dreams faster. That's because you're all working towards similar goals, hence why it makes it easier to motivate one another on those tough days, because those tough days always come. Number 14, know your role models. Some might say that role models are overrated, but is that really true? Or do these individuals just have a flawed understanding of what a role model is? In simple terms, a role model is someone who embodies qualities that we would all like to see in ourselves. Having a role model doesn't mean you want to be exactly like this person. It just means there are certain qualities in this person that you would like to emulate yourself. Having a role model can help you to navigate the difficulties of a particular field, which in turn increases your chance of being successful. Number 15, know your financial goals. Did you think we'd make a video like this one and avoid talking about money? No, of course not. Money makes the world go round, whether we choose to agree with it or not. Giving yourself a realistic annual financial target makes it easier to work toward. Saying, "I just want to be rich by the end of the year," it's nothing more than a vague statement, which is way harder to achieve. In addition, this helps you to build a financial safety net, as it gives you a clear breakdown of how much you can earn, save, and invest in a certain number of years. And there you have it, Alexer, 15 things you should definitely know about yourself. And as you start the journey to discovering your true self, remember the words of wise poet Rumi. Everything in the universe is within you. Ask all from yourself. Thanks for spending some time with us today, Alexer. We're so glad you did. If you found value in today's video, please give us a like, hit that bell icon to never miss an upload, and don't forget to subscribe.